just like substitution's name kind of told us what we would be doing, subbing into each other, elimination tells us what we're going to be doing. We are eliminating a variable. Eliminate means to get rid of. So our goal here is to get one variable to go away so that we can solve for the one that's left. Okay? So whenever you are solving by elimination, you are going to add the two equations together. But if you're going to add them together, everything needs to be lined up. So you need your x's over your x's, your y's over your y's, your equal sign over your equal sign, and your number over your number. Okay? So luckily, number one, all lined up for us. We don't have anything we have to worry about. So I am going to add these two equations together. But remember, we can only add like terms, right? So I can add 5x plus 3x, and we're going to get 8x. And then I have negative y plus y. What's going to happen there? It cancels out, or it is eliminated. Exactly what we wanted to happen. So there's no more y. Is equal to 12 plus 4.
Oh, plus 16.
Okay? So now I'm left with 8x equals 16. Can I solve for x?
Yes.
What do we do?
8.
So what is x?
2.
2. All right. And now that I know what x is, kind of like back in substitution, you pick either one of these to plug that into so you can find y. So you guys want to use top or bottom? Top, okay. So I would have 5 times, what am I replacing the x with now? 2 minus y equals 12. So 10, right, when I multiply those together, minus y equals 12. Okay, so negative y is equal to, good, subtracted here and here, 5 by negative 1. So y is equal to, all right, and then just write our answers accordingly. Okay, so whenever you add your equations together, something has to go away. For us, the y's went away, right? Okay, so let's try another one. On example 2, if I add those together, the way they're written right now, are one of my letters going to cancel out? No. So we've got to fix one or both of the equations so that they would cancel out. If we could just fix one thing, what would make these cancel out?
6c.
Right. If we could just make one of those 6's a negative, then they would cancel out, right? Well, what can you multiply 6 by to become negative 6? Negative 1. So I'm going to have to multiply this equation by negative 1. But if I do something to one piece of the equation, got to do it to the whole thing, right? So I'm going to multiply the entire top row by negative 1. So I'll have negative 1 times 6c, which would give me, good, and negative 1 times 7d, which would give us, and negative 1 times negative 15. Negative 15, good. All right, so basically what we did, we fixed our top equation, right? We don't need it anymore because we fixed it. Now I'm going to try adding the two equations together, that bottom one and the one we just fixed, okay? So when I add these two together, what's going to go away? Okay. Cross those out. And then negative 2 plus negative 7, so I got negative 9d, is equal to 12 plus 15. Good. Okay? New one. 5 by negative 9. So d is equal to, very good. Okay, and now that I know d, how do we find c? Just go plug it into either one. You guys want to use the top or bottom equation? Okay, so I'm going to go back to the original one that we had crossed out from the beginning. We're going to plug into that one. So I'll have 6c plus 7 times what am I replacing d with? Good. Equals negative 15. Okay, so what is 7 times negative 3? So I got 6e minus 21 equals negative 15. Then what? Add 21. So 6c is equal to okay. All right, so I know C, I know D. Write them in alphabetical order. That would be what comes first, C or D?
C.
C. So 1, negative 3. Okay. All right. Number 3. If we add these together right now, is anything going to cross out? No. So what should we do to that top equation? Right. Because if I can just make this 12 negative, then we'll be good to go. So I'm going to multiply the whole top row by negative 1. Okay, so what is 8 times negative 1 going to give us? So I got negative 8m. 12n times negative 1 will give us, good, and 20 times negative 1. So what we did is we fixed this top equation. We don't need that one anymore because we fixed it. And I'm going to add it to the other equation. Okay, so what is 5 plus negative 8? Okay, and what happens to our 12 and negative 12n? And negative 1 plus negative 20. Very good. So how are we going to solve for m? Just divide. So m is equal to, that's good. All right, so now that I know m, I can go plug it into either one of the top equations. You guys want to use the first or second? Second. Okay, so I'm going to be plugging into this one. So I got 5 times, what do I replace m with? Plus 12n equals negative 1. Well, what is 5 times 7? 35. Plus 12n equals negative 1. Then what? Okay. So I have 12n is equal to, right, and then what do I do? Divide. So n is equal to, all right, so there's my m, there's my n. Which one comes first? M. So we got 7, negative 3. Okay. All right, one more. Okay, on number 4, if we add them together right now, is anything going to cross out? Yes. So we don't have to multiply anything. We're just going to add them together. So what is 4x plus 2x? 6x. And what is negative 3 plus 3? Cancels out. Is equal to negative 2 plus 26. 24. And then how do we get x by itself? Just divide. So what is x? All right, and now that I know that x is 4, I can pick. Do you guys want to plug into the top or bottom? Top. Okay, so we'll have this equation. 4 times, what do I replace x with? 4 minus 3y equals negative 2. What should we do first? So what do we get when we multiply 4 and 4? So 16 minus 3y equals negative 2. Good. So I have negative 3y is equal to, and we get, okay, so there's x, there's y, we just write them as important.